for Nintendo, talking about the indie showcase we have going on at PAX West this year. I am joined by, if you couldn't tell by their shirts, Yacht Club, and also too, Suda-san wearing
there's a lot of people wearing
Knight.
Shovel Knight shirts.
Yeah. Guys, wait.
Sorry, that was
Should have asked for one. We could have brought one.
Yeah, we should have brought him.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, man. That was so cool. That was like so
really
insanely cool.
cool.
That was like very like last minute, and so
Did you
it
know
was
about
like,
it?
we knew, but not very far in advance. So
Okay.
yeah, that's just the idea of doing a collaboration. It's
Yeah.
like really cool.
We're all
and
big fans of Killer
I
7.
love Killer
and, like, a lot of
7.
those
There's so many
games.
people at the office love No More
like,
Heroes like so much. It's like really it's like really cool. We're pumped.
Absolutely.
We're,
Well,
like, super pumped.
before we continue, I of course want to introduce you guys, make sure people know who you are. This is Alec and Sean from Yacht Club, and of course they help make this beautiful game you know as Shovel Knight. Guys, why are we here? What is the meaning of life?
Well, we're here I don't know about that second question, but we're here today to
tied
show
in.
off Shovel Knight King of Cards, which is the latest and last Shovel Knight campaign. So
That's
you'll play
right.
as
Last?
It's
well-
the last campaign.
Oh, okay.
We have battle mode to do after this.
I was
but
going to be like, don't break my heart. Don't come here
this
and break my heart.
this is like the culmination of everything.
Okay.
We just came off of Spectre of Torment, and that was like
Okay.
a more serious and kind of take. And so King Knight is the finale. It stars a much more goofy, funny character, and there's just going to be a
Yeah.
lot of like levity, and I don't know, we're letting loose a little bit because it's the last one.
Yeah.
Speaking of letting loose, guys, make sure if you have questions for Sean and Alec, like hit us up.
Sure.
Hashtag questions in the chat. I will try to ask your questions to them. But anyways, so the King Knight, goofy guy, what makes him different from the other knights that have been featured in the game previously?
Well, with all these campaigns, we want to give all the characters like a really unique play style. So Plague Knight was kind of like flying through the air. Spectre Knight was like all about like looking at walls and like what can you climb and what can you dash slash. I think King Knight like combines a lot of the lessons we've learned along the way. So he's got like a spin attack that he goes into when he bashes into something that's kind of reminiscent of Shovel Knight Shovel Drop.
It's very like
Yeah.
pirouette, like woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have this shoulder bash that you can use to dart around and fight enemies as well. Like when you bash into a wall, then you can go into this spin like we were talking about. And so you develop this like cadence of dashing and spinning and dashing and spinning and working your way through the levels, and it just feels really like boisterous and exciting. And it's
I wish
very-
I looked that cool when I was doing anything.
You could.
Boisterous, like I guess I just need the cape, the fluffy
Yeah.
cape, the fluffy red royal cape.
You need a lot of animations.
In terms of gameplay, what kind of sets this game apart from other iterations of the game?
Well, aside from the character and the wackiness, like there's going to be a whole new story, there's going to be a lot of new art, and then on top of that, we're adding this whole new mini game. So it's called Shovel Knight King of Cards, because there's a card game that has been integrated into the Shovel Knight or into the King Knight campaign. We thought, after doing like 3 games of platforming, maybe it would be fun to mix it up a little bit more. And so we designed this card game from the ground up, and it's integrated fully into the game. So
that's really cool.
yeah, so there'll be like card houses throughout these like Super Mario World style map stages, and you'll be able to go and fight. The story actually plays a lot into the card game,
Yeah.
and it's
I hope that'll be like a fun diversion from
Yes.
the main quest.
yeah, you can see some of it.
Yeah, I'm
some of
trying
it
to
happening here.
imagine, like, because obviously it's King Knight and then his adversary sitting across from each other at a table. I'm
Right.
just trying to imagine how that goes down. We will battle, and then you sit down at a table and
Yeah,
flip
right.
cards.
Well, yeah, that was one of the funny things we were talking about. Is like, do you want to do a card battle, or do you want to do a real battle with the boss of each stage, and like how is that going to work? So there's a lot of things that we're still figuring out, kind of going back and forth on like where it all slots in. But it's like really starting to build up to be something amazing. Like just like all the Shovel Knight campaigns, it's like they start in a direction, and like now they're coming to fruition a little bit more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I did say at the beginning of this segment, there have been plenty of surprises, but word on the street is, word on the floor is that there's a secret surprise you guys have for us.
That's
and
right.
it is
Yeah.
going to be unveiled in a trailer that we will show you guys right now.
Yep. Let's look right now.
Sometimes an Amiibo comes along and takes your breath away. Shovel Knight. But then another one Introducing the Shovel Knight Amiibo 3-pack. Each amiibo allows you to unlock helper fairies in Shovel Knight, bonus armor for Spectre Knight, and maybe some other things.
Oh my gosh. For starters, I love Amiibo, but I also love Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps. Can you believe that?
Yeah, they did it like over the weekend to make it, and it's just
Oh
like
my gosh.
we just said go, and they completely did it from scratch.
That's
It was, like, the
awesome.
best.
And you know what the craziest part was? Some of the most common questions in the chat right now are you guys going to make different Amiibo?
Well, the answer
Look
is
at
yes.
'em. Look at
Yes,
them, they're
that's true.
here.
Yeah.
We got them. I got my king.
It's
Knight.
so cool to see all these 2D characters from like any angle you want.
Yep, we've been working on these for over a year now.
Oh, geez.
And I mean, it's Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and King Knight. All of the characters from
All
the
the Night
campaigns. Yeah, all the knights that are in the campaigns. And it's really amazing to see them like finally like this is the real deal, hot off the presses. You know, here they are.
I wanted so bad to run this like an infomercial and be like, get yours sometime in the future for this much money. But I don't know the details. But we can talk about what they do, the functionality, in addition to the display possibilities on your desk or your shelf or wherever you want to stick an Amiibo.
Well, the Shovel Knight amiibo, I'm not sure if you noticed in Spectre of Torment, we added the ability, there's a character called Madame Meeber, and she spawns a Shovel Knight fairy for you. And so there's going to be fairies of all of these characters. So there's going to be a Plague Knight fairy and a King Knight fairy and a Spectre Knight fairy, and they all fly around and they are your friends, and they don't do a lot of useful things, but they're really cute.
More
and cool.
fairies, more fun.
Do they do fun little idle things like if you stand there long
Yes,
enough?
when
they
you
do?
when you win, they cheer your victories. When Shovel Knight's
Yay.
asleep, they'll be asleep, and of course each one,
Yay.
all of their personalities are going to come through in all the animations.
Good.
Yeah,
That's what I love to
it's
hear.
exciting.
It's that extra mile that really makes a game, and I feel like, especially with Shovel Knight and all the previous versions of the game and the DLC that you guys have managed to create, a wonderful franchise that has a lot of personality and obviously a lot of really silly, fun characters. And I appreciate you guys coming on and of course unveiling this coolness. What do you guys think about the Amiibo? Like, look at these guys.
They are,
Look
yeah.
at they're cool.
And of course, like the previous Shovel Knight amiibo, they'll unlock new challenge stages and
New armor.
That's
the
what I'm
new
talking
cool
about.
visual armor.
That is what I'm talking about. I like it. So, Amiibo, with or without Amiibo aside, like, what was your guys' favorite part about working on King of Cards?
Oh man, well we're still in the middle
We're
of
still
working on
working
it. So
What so far then? I guess.
the best part was the reveal.
Oh, okay.
Just happened.
Did you cry? Did you? I would cry.
I'm starting.
Are you? Oh, you're getting there. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
maybe.
my babies. Like, well, I guess, I mean, essentially, it is your baby. You've worked so hard on
Yeah,
it. You've seen it.
It's been 4 years since we've been working on Shovel Knight, and so this is like going to be the culmination of everything.
Did you imagine it was going to be like this?
We never thought it would take this long.
Good. Well, I mean, I'm glad. I was about to say good, but
Yeah.
it sounds like I was like,
No,
good.
we,
You didn't think
well,
it was.
we keep getting carried away, but every time it just ends up being more fun, and I don't know. It's all working out for us, so
Yeah,
we're just
well,
really happy.
And the
yeah.
fun part, I feel like a lot of indie games have a lot of that flavor where instead of that sometimes corporate feel a lot of games have, you go back to the personality and the creativity and then the no holds barred, just making games for fun, having fun making those games. And you get a lot of that with Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we definitely have a lot of fun making it.
Yeah, and then we're like, then we hawk the toys. We're like,
Yeah.
try the amiibo. It's so cool. Yeah.
oh, and I also like to see like the little platforms are purple.
Yeah, all of them are in the Shovel Knight series, so it's a purple base for all of the Shovel Knight amiibo.
Oh, they're so
Yeah.
cute. Oh, and you guys you don't know when they're gonna come out, huh?
No, we can't talk about that. But King Knight is going to come out in early 2018.
Oh, ooh. Okay. Well, we'll just have to play the game, to wait for the amiibo to come. I'm going to set this down here before I accidentally totally on purpose steal it. Because they are adorable and cute. But I want to thank you guys so much for making an
Sure.
awesome game. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm going to throw down to Matt again, but Alex, Sean, thank you so much
Thanks.
for joining me. And guys, make